DSTV channel 421, GoTV channel 125, and around the world on myjoyonline.com. This is Joy News Prime with me, Samuel Kojo Brace. Our lead stories this are: Rock City Hotel owner and Agric Minister fights back fiercely as he demands hard proof of arm twisting, procurement breaches, shady and unholy alliance in Snit's decision to sell 60% of its stake in 4 hotels. We'll hear from Organized Labour as lead whistleblower and MP for North Tongue, Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, insists Rock City Hotel is not only paying the estimated market value in the latest deal, but has enjoyed preferential treatment in past transactions. Also, the Public Interest Accountability Committee wants the government to increase expenditure to the industrialization agenda, as an analysis of ABFA shows the government is not spending more. Also, majority leadership fires colleagues in the NDC, accusing them of seeking to stoke tension ahead of the 2024 election with their claims about illegal recruitment into the security services. Well, the storm on Snit's decision to sell 60% of its shares in some 4 hotels isn't coming down anytime soon, as a Greek minister and Rock City Hotel owner Brian Acheampong is fighting off claims he's a beneficiary of arm twisting, procurement breaches, and shady alliance with the trust in the latest deal. He insists that there has been no conflict of interest regarding his work as a minister and as one of the 2 executive directors of his hotel, because he does not receive any incentive from the hotel, which will require him to seek for a certificate from the Speaker of Parliament before proceeding with the purchase of the stakes, as a practice he says most of the minority MPs are engaged in.
I'm not occupying an office for profit in Rock City, and I am not receiving a monument.
But you are the director.
But I am the
director.
I am the non-no.
From the corporation articles
hold on.
You are the director.
If you go to hold on, be patient, please. If you go to Registrar General, the forms ask for 2 directors. I am one director and another person. But in the functional role that I will receive emoluments or occupy an office for profit in the organization, or my activities in the organization will prevent me from doing my work in Parliament or as a minister, does not come in. So being a director, as per Registrar General's documentation, and functioning as a non-executive director in the functional role are 2 different things. So, Sami, you don't, and I have all the list of the NDC MPs who own shares in companies but don't have certificate from the Speaker because of their roles in these organizations.
Well, MP for North Tongue, Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, who brought the issue to light, insists Brian Acheampong has breached the law because he is the owner of Rock City Hotel and stands to benefit from the profits made by the hotel.
I checked all of that, and you see in the petition...
You have checked that I am a manager? I occupy an office for profit in Rock City.
That all of these matters, I'm clear in my mind that you should have sought the permission of Mr. Speaker. So it is a matter that Shraj is seized with. Shraj will make the final determination. It's not about your concern saying that other MPs may be in your position and they have not applied to the Speaker. Does not absolve you.
The Agric Minister also maintained he has not benefited from any preferential treatment in past transactions with Snit.
So it is not for the Honorable Brian Acheampong to determine that there has been no breach. If you look at the letter from the lawyers of the minority shareholders, Vanef Company Limited and Ahoy Plaza Limited, dated 10th May 2024, the litany of breaches are enumerated, and I have attached these letters from the lawyer to the petition. So again, Shraj will make that determination. It is not for the Honorable Brian Acheampong to make a decision and to say that there has been no breach. If you look at the letter that I am referring to, no shareholders meeting has been held to discuss the sale of Snit shares in Rich Royal Hotel. So there are a litany of breaches which violate the 1999 shareholders. I have made the point about lack of due process, about how the whole procurement process appears to be skewed towards a particular outcome. This is a major evidence in building that case.
So it is not about defending any shareholder. I don't have any interest in this matter. I'm not defending any shareholder. Yeah, Kojo, I have also stated in the petition that Snit and Rock City appear to have, and all of that, we are not going to have value for money. So
$1 million. At the time, the $1 million that they offered was 7.1 million Ghana cedis to the dollar. So they went into the negotiation, and Snit accepted the offer of $1 million pegged to at 7.1 million Ghana cedis. Then, when Snit, after 2 months, when they wrote to Rock City, the figure had moved from 7.1 to 7.4 because the dollar rate had increased at the time. They said, the Rock City said, in the letter that Samuel Okudzeto is holding, he says that we negotiated at 7.1, but in writing to us, you have increased it to 7.4. But notwithstanding, we accept because they knew the background that Snit had pegged it to the dollar. Now, the valuation of 8.9 million is what they have on their books. But notwithstanding the value that you have on your books, if you want to sell an asset, you go and negotiate. So if the private sector person had been offered at $3 million and accepted, and which is for every 25% share is equivalent to $1 million, and Snit is also offered the same $1 million, wherein lies the short changes. So the fact that you have a value of an item at 8.4, and you go into negotiations and achieve 7.4, because the benchmark on the market is really what the private sector person had offered, at least at the barest minimum. Wherein lies the strong words of shady meetings, bizarre preferential treatment, and unholy alliance.
Now let's do a bit more on this particular story and find out whether all the directives or all the legal processes were followed. We want to find out what has been happening so far. We're asking, did Rock City meet all requirement set out by Snit? The Joy News Research Desk has been digging deep on this, and it has cited the document used by Snit for the sourcing of a strategic partner. Kofi joins me in the studio with Mokofi. What do we know about the pre-qualification criteria Snit set out for prospective investors?
Well, Kojo, yesterday when this story started gaining traction, remember we spoke about the advertisement that Snit placed in the local media and in the international media as well, in the Economist magazine in 2019 and 2022, both for the transaction advisor and for bidders. So it was clear that Snit was looking for a world-class firm to do the management and then also the owning of the company. Now, they set out some 7 pre-qualification criteria that any firm that wants to be part of this whole thing must meet. Now, we've been looking at that document. We've been able to get access to that document that Snit put out to the local, media and then also to the international media as well. The first one is that you need to provide the legal status of the firm, which is bidding for this contract or for this project. I mean, also you need the profile of the firm, including key financials for the last 3 years, history and ownership of structure. Now, this is very important because if you need 3 years, Rock City started partial operation in 2019. So by 2022, roughly, that was 3 years roughly. But we do not know if it meets the 3-year criteria. But if you just do a discrete count, and that's about 3 years. And then also you need relevant credentials in hotel industry. That's also very important. And the next one is the CV of key personnel. And you heard the banter between Okudzeto Ablakwa and Brian Acheampong that he is a different entity compared to Rock City. So the very simple question is that the key CVs of the key personnel that has to be submitted was that of Brian Acheampong, part of the individuals.
I guess here you're talking about the management of the entity. So people who are doing the day-to-day management of the facility will probably be the ones that you submit.
That's what possibly you're saying, but key personnel. And you are bidding for something that, I mean, you need people with some sort of magnitude in terms of weight. So that's why we are asking that very simple question, whether, the Honorable Minister, whether he was part of those that their CVs were submitted as part of the key personnel. It's just a simple question that we are asking, but we understand that he is a different entity compared to, the company. Now, let's look at the other, criteria that was, demanded, the valid Snit and, GRA clearance certificates that needed for the registration in that company in Ghana. Then also the preferred hotel or hotels in which the firm wants to participate in. We understand there were 6 companies, hotels that were listed. And after the whole process, 4 were dished out. Sources and proof of funding. This is very, very important. Any company that will be looking for to buy or to take the 60% stake must demonstrate or tell Snit how they got their money.
Again, quite interesting. But we also know that Snit rated the 6 hotels in the Delhi's, and Labadi Beach Hotel was placed first. What do we know about that?
Let's look at that, data, and you see Labadi Beach Hotel, just like you see 5-star hotel with a number of room 164. So Labadi Beach Hotel, if you look at all the 6 hotels, that's the top one. 5-star hotel with 164 rooms. The second one is La Palm Royal Beach. What's a 4-star hotel according?
They are neighbors, right?
Yeah, of course.
Labadi and La Palm.
Proximity is up I think there's just a wall that separates the two of them. They have a room size of, I think, 152. There's also Elmina Beach Resort. 3-star, 100 rooms. Ridge Royal Hotel, that's also a 3-star. So we see 3-star hotels, 1 4-star hotel, and Labadi, the Labadi Beach Hotel being the topmost of all the 6 hotels that were listed by Snit for that 60% stake.
Okay, interesting. Thank you for that analysis there. That's Isaac Kofi from the research desk. Now, away from that, the Public Interest Accountability Committee, PIAC, is questioning the decision of the government to continuously choose industrialization as one of the priority areas for the spending of the annual budget funding amount. A review of the 2023 annual PIAC report reveals the government's expenditure on industrialization shows a continuous reduction from 1.15% in 2020 to 0.11% in 2023. According to PIAC, while industrialization should be of a priority to a country seeking to develop other sectors of the economy and thereby create jobs, allocations and disbursement to this priority area, since it was selected, have not demonstrated the essence of prioritization. Joy News has been combing the 2023 PIAC annual report. We'll be sharing more with you from this particular report, but the Public Interest Accountability Committee is questioning why the government continuously chooses industrialization as one of the priority areas under the ABFA, while spending does not show so. Here is the chairperson of PIAC, Professor Elizabeth Adefio-Shandoff.
These 4 priority areas selected by the Ministry of Finance comprise agriculture and fisheries, physical infrastructure and service delivery in education and health. The third is road, rail, and other critical infrastructure. And the fourth is industrialization. The ABFA, as I said, is distributed according to priority areas and also to the Public Interest and Accountability Committee. For the period under review, that is in 2023, total ABFA utilized amounted to 5.12 billion Ghana cedis. Out of this amount, the agriculture, including fisheries priority area, received 8.43%. The infrastructure and service delivery in education and health delivery received 17.47%, and road, rail, and other critical infrastructure received the highest, 73.89%, whilst industrialization received 0.11%, and PIAC received 0.11%. 0.09%. Allocation and disbursements of annual ABFA to the industrialization priority area has reduced from the small amount of 1.15 in 2020 to only 0.11% in 2023, thereby undermining the essence of choosing industrialization as a priority area.
The majority leadership say claims by the NDC that the government is illegally recruiting MPP foot soldiers into the security agencies are just attempts by the NDC to inflame tension ahead of the 2024 election. The minority leader, Dr. Acheampong, alleged on Monday, without providing evidence, that all MPP parliamentary candidates had been given 30 slots each to park their security agencies. Addressing journalists in Parliament, Deputy Majority Leader Patricia Apiaje warned the NDC against false claims that could destabilize the country's peace and security.
The claims by Dr. Akufo-Addo, the minority leader, are a deliberate distortion of reality and a malicious fabrication aimed at undermining the integrity of the government. Such allegations serve only to provoke unwarranted tensions and foster an environment of mistrust and political rivalry that our country does not need. Our respected Interior Minister, the Honorable Korte, has already outlined the government's recruitment strategy, which focuses on giving a second chance to qualified Ghanaians who previously applied but were not selected. This approach is not only fair, but also thoughtful, avoiding unnecessary financial burdens on applicants by not reopening the recruitment process widely. We urge the minority to refrain from spreading misinformation and to respect the intelligence of the Ghanaian public. Such tactics are beneath the dignity of our democratic processes and could potentially endanger the peace and the security of our nation.
Patricia Apiaje says the claims by the NDC are so baseless, they defy any mathematical logic, as the government cannot afford to recruit nearly 10,000 persons into the security agencies.
We are compelled to address the baseless and preposterous allegations made by the minority regarding the recruitment into the security services. First and foremost, it is essential to clarify emphatically that no parliamentary candidate or a member of parliament has been allocated with any recruitment slots into any of our security services. These claims are not only false, but are a desperate attempt by the minority to incite public disfavor against the government as we approach the 2024 general elections. The minority's assertion that 276 MPP parliamentary candidates, including 138 sitting MPs, have each been given 30 recruitment slots is mathematically and administratively ludicrous. To suggest that about 8,000, I should say 8,000 and about 250 new recruits could be absorbed into our security forces in a system that traditionally accommodates about 1,000 to 1,200 recruits annually shows a profound misunderstanding of the operational and financial framework of our security institutions.
Meanwhile, the Majority Chief Whip Frank Anodom says the allegation by the NDC may further point to the fact that the practice pertained under the NDC.
Our brothers in the NDC will recollect well that through their engagement with the IMF, there was a freeze on public sector employment. And for many years, recruitment into the security agencies was put on hold, was put on ice. I'm sure many of you will recall this. And ever since we came into office, I can recollect more than 3 times that we've had an official advertisement in the public space, newspapers, the Daily Guide, Daily Graphic, Daily Guide, a number of newspapers have carried an advertisement, official, which has led to recruitment into various security agencies. So it will be a wrong impression for one to say that, why is it that for some time now there has not been any advertisement? You cannot advertise when you are not ready to recruit, because the advertisement, before you come out to advertise, then you must have put your house in order, you must have secured all the financial clearance to do the needful. And as we are told, and as able deputy leader said, that, as we do know, is in the domain of the Ministry of the Interior Ministry. So I don't know if we were amazed. Probably that has been their modus operandi. Maybe that has been the modus operandi of the minority. And so they are thinking that we are doing same. It is not the case. We want, through this media, want to challenge the Honorable Akufo-Addo. If he has better particulars, he better do so, or forever keep his silence on this matter.
This is still the Joy News Prime. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more. Please do stay with us. Let's deal with some more now. Provide rubbish bins and discipline those who don't comply. That is the resounding tone of resident traders and passerbys at the heart of the coming Nkrumah circle, where filth is not a strange element. They tell Joy News they do their best to sweep and clear gutters, but lack of bins renders their work useless as the garbage collected and gathered ends up on the street and gutters. Again, there is more in today's filth exhibition with Hannah Odami.
The verdict of these residents and traders at the Nkrumah circle is a sum of many others Joy News spoke to. Yes, they are aware of the filth in which they live and sell, but the solution, according to them, lies in the authorities who have to provide them with rubbish bins.
Circle property had the
This place, people choose to throw rubbish anywhere and anyhow. So we need dustbins so that people will find it difficult throwing rubbish on the floor. Just look at how nasty it is to see the heaps of rubbish in the middle of the road. The people from AMA sweep the area, but how the rubbish is collected is not the best. Rubbish containers are needed to keep all garbage collected. Just see how people throw rubbish on the floor, just because there is no dustbin.
As an average joint to be a more boiler container. Oh, boiler go on, as a and we're pretty baby.
Even after collection, the nauseating stench that fills the air in the immediate surrounding is not befitting for a city center. Reason why some are calling for stringent measures to deal with persons who litter the area.
When it rains, you can't even pass by this area because you will see how the rainwater will expose the littered rubbish all over, and the stench from the gutted rubbish is overpowering. I suggest that the policemen stationed under the bridge discipline those who throw rubbish away carelessly.
Said the Baya Hanu Bay needs Hanum city pan and so no Maya Tantan. Said we across the clan, no corner my honeymoon to say. Ya there be a best at the Accra because of Bola, Obian or Penam for authorities overhead the city.
Government to try for it because everywhere is dirty. When you go to even Accra, Sekuye, I cannot even mention some many places, you see. They are dirty, maybe should be organized, the Zoom lion, they should be packing it early so that everywhere will be clean. Because when you are using the odor, it can give you some bad cholera or disease. But you know, government should just try to put people around so that there will be monitor everywhere. And people too, they should give people warning. They should not put Gola inside the gutter or the environment. They should keep everywhere clean.
Whilst they wait for governments, perhaps they can take a cue from their fellow traders right opposite them, who have devised a strategy to keep their surroundings clean.
We are a group of traders who have chosen to keep our environment clean. We don't rely on government at all to keep our environment clean. And when we get any of our members flouting the rules, we punish the person to ensure that everyone complies.
Reiterating this is a phone case seller, Lukman Yaya, who is certain a lifestyle change is urgently needed to deal with the daily filth they see.
For me, it's no good. Because the reason why they are putting it there, there's no dash bin. If there is dash bin, they'll put it, if the car come, they'll carry it and go. But because it's not dash bin, some will always tie on the rubber, some don't even tie it, they'll go and just spoil it there. They're supposed to talk to the Zoom Lions to put the dash bin around. If they see somebody putting pure water rubber on the ground, pick it. Or we ourselves can advise ourselves, my brother or my sister, pick the thing, then you keep the place clean. But here, it's no man's land. So anything that you want, you can do and go. So I advise my brothers, my sisters, and let me say everybody, that we should try to keep the country clean as well.
From the Kwame Nkrumah Circle, I am Hannah Odami for joining us.
Now, Ghana has seen a decline in neonatal and infant mortality over the years. However, the fight against neonatal death still remains crucial as Ghana records 17 per 1,000 live births, which does not meet United Nations 12 or less per 1,000 live birth target. In view of this, the Twelum Industrial Company has donated 4 incubators and 4 phototherapy devices to selected health centers. There's more in this report.
Of August 2023, Ghana had recorded 18 neonatal deaths per 1,000 live births. This is a vast improvement over the 48 neonatal deaths per 1,000 births recorded in Ghana 5 years ago. But the fight against neonatal death still remains crucial as Ghana's current 17 per 1,000 live births does not meet United Nations 12 or less per 1,000 target. Therefore, in a concerted effort to reduce neonatal mortality rates in Ghana, the Chilean Industrial Company has donated essential medical equipment to the Ghana Medical Association for onward distribution to health centers. Dr. Matt Andrews Mensah is the chairman of the Greater Accra division of the Ghana Medical Association.
Well, we are very grateful for this donation. Very vital equipment, phototherapy equipment and incubators are so crucial in neonatal care. And at this time, where we have so many of them requiring such services, it's really come on time, and we are very grateful to Trillium Industries. For neonatal mortality figures, we are looking at meeting the target of the SDGs, which says should be 12 or less per 1,000 live births. We are around 17, and there's more room for improvement. So these machines will come in to help us meet the 2030 target of the SDGs. Yeah. We have received it as an association on behalf of all facilities. So we will now decide based on priority where to send them. And we've already received 4 of the phototherapy machines and then 4 incubators, which have been distributed across the country. It's going to help reduce neonatal and infant mortalities, those who have jaundice and those who are born preterm. So they are very vital equipments for us.
Responding to an appeal from the GMA, Trillium has provided 4 incubators and 4 phototherapy devices to selected healthcare facilities. This donation is part of Trillium's Changing Lives initiative aimed at addressing the critical shortage of neonatal care equipment in the country. Kendrick Yehuada is event manager of Trillium Industrial Company.
Child mortality is a matter of concern for everybody. And when our partners, Ghana Medical Association, reached out to us, we realized that we, of course, have to just come to their aid and save the situation. And after our initial donation of the phototherapy and the incubators, we realized that the numbers are outgrowing the equipment that we give them. So we decided to, add some additional equipment just to meet the need for the various medical facilities. Since our partners at Ghana Medical Association, we believe that, whatever need any medical facility has, they will draw attention to it, and we'll definitely come to their aid. This is not the first time we're doing this. We recently paid the surgical bill for one patient. That's about 7,000 USD. So, we like to share love and change the lives of people.
With this initiative, Trillium and the GMA hope to make significant strides towards meeting international health standards and improving neonatal outcomes across Ghana.
Election Headquarters is brought to you by Petrosol, clean fuel in full quantity, CIMA, the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, the AICPA and CIMA together as the Association of International Certified Professional Accountants, and also the German Ozone Medical Center of Alternative Therapy, Dental, Wellness and Beauty, and the Chop Box Technologies, a convenient service. Election Headquarters for an informed electorate. Now, the Electoral Commission has revealed that more than 7,000 challenged cases of persons suspected to be foreigners, minors, and those with questionable residency statuses are currently under review before the challenge mechanism put in place by the Commission. The legitimacy of those prospective voters, according to the Commission, have been challenged through the required steps as the challenge system created purposely to cure that illegality. Now, this was reviewed at a news conference by the Deputy Commissioner in charge of operations, Samuel Tete.
A disturbing trend that has to do with the registration of minors, foreigners, and persons who are suspected not to reside in the areas where they have registered.
Now, the Electoral Commission says allegations by Election Watch Ghana that it is undertaking covert registration exercise is baseless and has challenged them to provide evidence of the locations where the unlawful registrations are taking place. The pushback on the allegation was issued by the Deputy Commissioner in charge of operations, Samuel Tete, at a news conference on Tuesday.
The attention of the Commission has been drawn to a press conference organized by a group called Election Watch Ghana, during which one Mark Ewuzi alleged that the Electoral Commission was using stolen biometric voter registration kits to register people secretly. The Commission urges the public to disregard these baseless and unfounded allegations as they are without merit. 1. The Commission has never reported that biometric voter registration kits have been stolen. The Commission reported to the security agencies that 5 laptops were missing. The Commission informed all stakeholders about the missing laptops. Describing the missing laptops as BVRs is a deliberate attempt by certain groups to deceive the public in order to sustain their unfounded allegations.
Now, about 5,000 head porters, popularly known as Kayaye, are set to undergo skill training programs under a newly launched Kayaye Empowerment Program by the government. Beneficiaries will be trained in soap making, beads making, and bakery. They will also be given a monthly allowance of 1,000 Ghana cedis for the duration of the training, 1 month to 3 months. Now, the center has a hostel facilities to house beneficiaries. The MPP flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who launched the Kayaye Empowerment Program, said that the program was confident it will transform the lives of the ever-increasing head porters in Accra. The program is under the Youth Employment Agency, YEA.
And hostel facilities under the Kayaye Empowerment Project have been positioned in different parts of Accra and Kumasi. So far, one has been completed and commissioned for use at Medina. We will hear from the beneficiaries shortly, but listen to Acheampong, CEO of the YEA, the agency which is leading the implementation of the project on the objective of it.
Effort between state bodies, private sectors, and civil society organizations is designed to uplift, empower, and provide solutions for our Kayayes. Through the Kayaye Empowerment Program, we will provide decent accommodation and equip these women with vital skills, enabling them to secure dignified jobs and support their families. Our program adopts an extensive recruitment process, offering training in crucial skills such as baking, beading, soap making, and many more. Additionally, we cover essential soft skills like personal health care and financial literacy to ensure holistic development.
We can now listen to Sam Kayaye expressing gratitude to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia while endorsing his Breaking the Eight agenda.
2024, it is possible. Bawumia, we are so happy because you try a lot. When we come here, you will find a place for us to sleep and do work. Anybody who wants to learn any work, you can learn. So we are so happy for you. God bless you. Thank you so much. We really have to appreciate for you, Bawumia. Thank you so much. Don't worry, this 2025 you go win by the grace of God.
Almost 300 people. So almost 300 crowd pay to me science and we juma we nyina. Ebe bua o mine ebema ahokyere so eswate.
Oh, we are just saying that, oh, thank you for Bawumia for us because she helped us. We also suffer from this in Kaya. If not, like we not just get money and take care of ourselves.
We thank Bawumia for what he has done for us. So we thank him because Kaya is not easy for us to be carrying it every day. And we thank her, we thank him.
Meanwhile, the MPP flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, said, despite the skepticism and criticisms by the pessimists, he knew the policy was going to be possible.
When I made this promise on behalf of government, there were many who thought it was not a realistic promise. They thought it was not possible. They said it was a 419 scheme. But I knew that inshallah, it was possible for us to do it. We had COVID in 2020 and we had to recover from it. And so what we are doing for Kayayes today is part of a whole program of activity of our government to help the poor and the vulnerable. And so you will see why it gives me so much pleasure to be with you today at the launch of the Kaya Empowerment Program. We have proven the naysayers wrong. I am honored to be part of this initiative, which is dedicated to empowering headquarters and offering transitional job pathways and enhancing their socio-economic status.
The main objective of this Kaya Empowerment Project is to empower headquarters across the country with technical and vocational education and training. The program aims to train 5,000 girls between May and November 2024, 600 Kaya per cohort each month. The program will provide practical skills and knowledge to participants, preparing them for specific trades and occupations. Reporting for Joy News, Samuel Mbura.
Election Headquarters is brought to you by Petroleum Clean Fuel in full quantity, SIMA, the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, AICPA, and SIMA together as the Association of International Certified Professional Accountants. The Germany's own Medical Center, Alternative Therapy, Dental Wellness and Beauty, and the Chop Box Technologies, a convenient service. Election Headquarters for an informed electorate. We'll take a short break here. We'll be back with Showbiz to stay. Back. Let's do Showbiz now, and the queen of the Showbiz is here. Hi, Becky. How you doing?
I'm okay, Brace. You doing?
What's making you laugh, Becky?
I don't know. I'm just excited. I'm excited for, you know, the industry that I'm in.
Okay.
The showbiz industry. A lot is happening. Looks like everyone is working on something. And one of those people, Eno is out, well, she's out with an album. She calls it No Manual album. And she's doing her media
Oh,
rounds.
No Manual.
No Manual.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
She's doing her media rounds, and she stopped by Joy Prime, and she was asked what exactly she does for fun, and here is what she has to say. Right there. What?
Bye-bye.
I don't understand.
Well, Bob says that Papon there.
Do you have to repeat it?
Oh, no, I wanted to be so I got it right.
But Brace, like I said, there's a lot going on in the music industry, and I title this as a new project era, where we have all these musicians releasing, you know, an album or a single or the other. I caught up with 3 of those wonderful musicians, and here is what they are up to.
My new album is coming out later on this year, so yeah, I'm very excited to present my new music to the world.
Yeah, I just dropped a song last week Friday, which I'm trying to promote.
What's the title of the song so we can look for it? Where can we find the song?
Well, it's all platforms, and the title is Densu. It's on all platforms. Yeah, you can get it all over the place. Yeah.
You heard it from the man, KCP.
In that for us this evening. But let's talk about Sarkodie, because he has denied feuding with Nigerian Afrobeat superstars Wizkid, Davido, and Burna Boy. So in an interview with Vox Africa, the Adonai hitmaker explained his goals, saying that his songs were not meant to look down on the Nigerian musicians. He noted that the lyrics were just storytelling and references to how far he has been in the industry, and not to disrespect the hard work of leading African artists.
No. Sark is a goat.
Okay.
The guy is too mature.
Okay.
Damn. Charlie.
All right. So thank you guys so much for joining us here on the Joy News Prime. We appreciate your time here. Please log on to myjoyonline.com for all your news, your credible news. Emma Davis is up next with Prime Business.
Oh, you got it right. Yeah.
Why? I know this stuff.
Well, anyway.
I'm going to be presenting the news very soon. Come on.